What's up, guys? So today we're going to be making Filipino donuts, also called Shakoy. They're a twisted style donut. We're going to get our measuring bowl out and start with some milk. Everything goes on the scale, but I also have it in standard cups and tablespoons down in the comments if you want that as well. We're going to do with 1 cup of milk or 240 grams, then a little bit of white sugar, that's 1/4 cup or 50 grams. Then we'll go in with an egg. It can be medium or large, doesn't really matter. Then we'll come in with our yeast. This is what's going to make the donuts rise. We got 1.5 teaspoons or 6 grams of yeast. Then a little bit of salt. Some people say salt and yeast don't mix, but I've never noticed it make a big difference. So we're just going to stir it all up with our fork. Come in with melted butter. I've got 1.5 tablespoon or 15 grams, and we'll mix that in as well. Super simple. We're almost done with the whole mix right here. Then we'll go in with our flour. This is what makes bread bread. So we'll go in with 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour or 350 grams. I'm going to mix it up here. After a minute, we're going to see that it's a little too thin. And so I'm going to come to the side and add a little bit more flour. Yeah, it's just not looking right here. Sometimes mistakes happen, guys. That's just life. When we adjust on the fly when we need to. So we're going to add a little bit more flour. Don't worry, the recipe down on the bottom is all properly adjusted to have the right amounts. You can see it's much thicker now after I added 50 grams more flour. Perfect. Nice and thick. And it's going to get even thicker once we start kneading it. So down on our cutting board, we're going to put some flour. Easy as that. We'll bring our bowl over. We'll toss a little flour down on the side. And then if you scoop your hand along that edge, the flour will get in there and help you pull it out nice and easy. It's going to come out with like a nice firm ball. We'll drop it on our cutting board just like that. And now this is the hardest part. You're just going to knead it for 7 minutes. You're just going to push it in, flip it over, turn it, push it, flip it, turn it, push it, flip it, turn it. Set a timer for 7 minutes and just keep going. This is about 2 or 3 minutes later. You can see it's starting to get nice and firm. It's getting less sticky. There we go. You can slap it on the board and stretch it. I'm still turning it and flipping it. There you go. Just keep folding it in half. Turn it. There you go. Make sure you get all the flour off the board. Yeah, like that. And after 7 minutes, this is what it looks like at the end. I kind of roll it to a nice ball. Not super necessary, but makes it look nice. And then we're just going to get the same bowl we used earlier and drop it right in. Boom. Nothing complicated. Look how small it is. We're going to cover it up with the plate we used to melt the butter, and then an hour later, it's going to come out and be at least twice as big, if not bigger. We're going to come with a little more flour. We're almost done. You can see how much bigger it's gotten. Poke it down, deflate the bubbles. Then we're going to cut it and shape it, and then let it rise 20 more minutes so it grows a little bit more and reinflates those bubbles. So let's pull it out, put it onto our board here. Make sure to clean your board after every step. You'll have plenty of time while waiting for it to rise anyway. So we'll just press it out flat. I try to get a square shape here just because we're going to cut it into strips, but it's not super complicated. Bring your knife in, just cut it. You can see some of these are thicker, thinner. Nobody cares if your donut is a different shape. They all are going to be delicious fried dough with sugar on the outside. So if you want them thinner, make them thinner. If you want them huge, make them thick. I'm just going to show you how to make the first one here. We'll just stretch it out. It's just like working with Play-Doh when you were a kid. Everybody had fun doing that, and this is just like that. This is how adults have fun. They make delicious donuts. So we'll throw it down, and we'll just twist one side over the other. It's just like making a braid. We'll pinch the end so it doesn't come unrolled, and we'll put it on our cutting board. If it comes unrolled a little bit, just twist it back. It's not a big deal, guys. There's our next one and our next one. Just line them all up. Try to keep a little bit of room between them if you can, because they're going to expand on your board here. Yeah, they look perfect. You can see I've moved them around a little bit, and they're still touching. That's fine. They'll just stick a little bit when I pull them off. We'll cover them with a slightly moist towel and wait 20 minutes. Boom. Now here's our whole setup. We've got our Shakoy that's grown a little bit more. We got our hot pan. We've got some cinnamon sugar here. And now we're going to have some paper towels. That's where we're going to drain it when we get done. That's it, guys. Now let's get started. We're going to pour some oil in the pan. I've got some vegetable oil. You don't want it all the way up. No more than halfway full, no matter what size pan you have. Drop it in. If it's not bubbling like this, just pull it out. Wait about 5 minutes and try it again. When you cook it, it's only going to take about 60 seconds on each side. When it looks golden like this on the outside, it's definitely done. Now we're going to drop it in our cinnamon sugar. You can see I already did a tester there on the side just to make sure I had my system down. And I mean, nothing's perfect, guys. This isn't a factory. Just get in there, drop some sugar on there. My hands are pretty resilient, but you know, you can use tools if you want. The tongs would work. I just don't want to get too much oil in this sugar if I can avoid it. But that's it. We'll set it aside and we'll do another. And we'll just do our whole system like this. If you end up getting some oil in your sugar and it gets clumpy, just make some more. It's just about 1 cup of sugar and a couple tablespoons of cinnamon. It's simple as that. We'll fill up our paper towels here, and that's our finished product. That was it. Really, your active time here is less than about 10 minutes. Most of it's just waiting around for the dough to rise. Let's give it a bite. Super soft, guys. So hot, crunchy on the outside, soft and chewy and buttery. You can see how fluffy it is, the nice holes inside. Let's give it another bite just to taste it out. Tastes just like I bought it from a Filipino bakery here in Cebu. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.